Alex, it's so great to have this conversation with you, mainly because you're able to walk in, you're standing upright, but come on, how in the world are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good. It was amazing to be out there. It was, for me, it was something that, although I was, obviously shooting for and putting everything in that I have, I'd be lying if I said wasn't a lot of doubt that that day would ever come for me. And so for it to finally happen, all of a sudden, to be thrust out there and to go. Well, it was awesome, to obviously get out there, throw my first pass, get out there, get hit.
Yeah.
It felt great to be in the mix again. It's what I came back for, to get back in there, to get in the mix, that feeling again, of being on the edge, living out there. That was something that, that's why I've been trying for this for so long. So it was great. It was great to get in the mix. It was a ton of fun. I could have done without the rain and the slop in the second half, but I'll take it.
All right, you said it was good to get hit again. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? You can sit there, you can prepare all you want, but nobody's tackling you in practice. You mentioned you wanted to get that first hit out of the way, but 6 sacks?
No, for sure you don't want that. It was kind of the next step for me. No preseason, like you said, we wear the jerseys in practice, so we get bumped around a little bit here and there, but we really don't get tackled to the ground or anything. And I think for not just me, but everybody a little bit. I mean, I felt good about it. Obviously, I've had full clearance, and I know how strong my leg is, but a little bit you got to go through it sometimes. And so it was nice. It's nice to get the first one out of the way. I didn't know, Aaron Donald was going to jump on my back like that. It's got to go one way. I guess that's not a bad way. But yeah, you never. After the first one, I was fine. I didn't want the next 5, but once it got so sloppy, we were behind and kind of one-dimensional. It was tough. I was trying to take care of the football. Obviously, they have a really good D line, and once it got so wet, it was obviously not ideal conditions. So.
No, we were protected up in the booth, but as we were calling this game, I think the rest of the world was with us on it. We were holding our breath every single time we saw Aaron Donald going after you. You're in the game, you're fair game, can't go easy. You're not wearing that jersey where your guys can't say they can't tackle you. But can I go, before you even get to that point, what is the conversation with Elizabeth to say, honey, we've worked so hard. I'm going to go back out there and I'm going to take this risk again. Is that a hard conversation to have?
Yeah, they're real conversations, very real. And I think we've had them, obviously over the last couple of years, but certainly more and more leading up to, this summer to camp. And this obviously became real and certainly in through camp. And yeah, and I knew, no question this week, once I was the 2, I know the reality of being a play away and how fast that can happen. And sure enough, obviously happened there on Sunday. So for me, I felt like I'd crossed that bridge already mentally, that I had no hesitations. And thank God, 'cause you never want to step foot out there, I think, kind of half-stepping. So, yeah, I felt great about it. I think she did as well. We had a lot of honest conversations together. I'm thankful they got to be there. I think that was, for me, something really special, that my family got to be there with me, because they've been with me on this journey the last 2 years, obviously, every single day, day in, day out, from the beginning. So I was really happy about that they got to be there.
It was pretty special. We kept a close eye on them the entire time as well. They were right in front of us. But okay, so you get to the game, but coming into it, you know what it takes to prepare and how much time you potentially did have for this with the ones being out there. We've seen you come early, we've seen you stay late. But where are you in, now that you've been able to throw those passes to Terry and try to get to Gibson and try to get to McKissick? Where are you on the opportunities that you can have with this offense?
Yeah, it's at this point come season, it's tough. Every rep is so valuable because they are limited. It's hard to get a ton of reps at this point. When you're in the middle of the season, guys week to week, guys are banged up, trying to get back healthy, so you just have limited numbers. So it's tough, yeah. And especially for me, once being on pup and camp and kind of missing some of those early reps when you really get a chance to kind of build some chemistry. I really got to make the most of these. And then certainly last week, my first time, obviously getting bumped up to being the 2 and trying to take advantage of those backup reps, certainly the scout team reps, all of that, just making the most of every single thing. So same thing moving forward, everything you can get, things you can get on the side, before and after, I think you try to simulate as much as possible. I think you learn how to do that over the years, just because this is kind of the name of the game in the NFL. The numbers are down. There's you learn how to do that. You learn how to simulate it and try to get the things on the side here and there and be ready to roll on Sunday.
So where are you in wanting to take over that one spot?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I hope Kyle, obviously he's healthy and feeling good. You never want to see that. Kyle's a good kid. He's worked hard. I know he wants it as well. But for me, yeah, it's just being ready to roll. And for me, it was so nice to kind of, I think, a little bit get done with that part of it on Sunday as far as the hits, the physicality, kind of put it behind me, and just move forward, get back, kind of rolling forward with, for me, reaching my potential. I still feel like I've made so many gains. I continue to improve. And for me, playing quarterback at the highest level, that's the challenge. It's when you go out there, you want to go out there and play well and put the team in a position to win. And so that's what it's all about, so for me, preparing to do that. And whether it's this week or whenever, being ready for it.
Look, you've worked with a lot of offenses. So what is the challenge with this offensive line, with the personnel that you have, in order for it to function, to be successful? So you're not constantly getting those sacks where you have to have more conversations with Elizabeth at home.
The challenge is on all of us, because we were obviously with the new system behind the 8-ball with COVID and no off season. And for us, I think having a lot of youth on offense as well. So the challenge is for all of us to kind of come together, to be that cohesive unit. The details are kind of what I'm talking about. It's all in the details as far as all 11 guys out there on the same page doing their job, for a chance to execute each play. So all of us kind of coming together, and every week it presents a different challenge. Last week was a unique challenge, certainly with that defensive unit, and this week is a new challenge with the Giants. So, preparing to go out there and play at the highest level on Sunday as a unit.